Alright, so I've been playing around and testing the cameras on the new iPhone 16 Pro Max for the last couple of days, and today I'm not going to share with you my first impressions of the cameras yet. Instead, I want to talk about the new camera control button that, according to Apple, is not really a button. Regardless, long story short, I think this button is kind of gimmicky and pretty much useless, and this comes from someone who's been using cameras pretty much every single day for the last 4 or 5 years. Here is why. So first of all, according to Apple, one of the main benefits of this camera control button is that you can launch the camera application super quickly. However, in my opinion, this is not the case if your phone is turned off. So as you can see, if I'm gonna press the button, it's gonna wake up the phone, but not launch the camera application. If I'm gonna press it again, it's gonna launch the camera application. So basically I have to press it twice to launch the camera application. Again, 1, 2. Now, if you go to the settings, camera control, you can change it to double click, which in my opinion is slightly quicker. So now I'm gonna double click, 1, 2. As you can see, it's much quicker. Turn off, 1, 2, 1, 2. But still, I think it would have been better if you had to just press it once and right away, the camera application launches and you start recording. Because a couple of days ago, I was trying to shoot with the iPhone using this camera control button, and it got me confused a lot because instead of pressing it twice, I would press it 3 times and then start recording, as you can see. So I would have to press it again, stop recording, adjust my settings, and then press it again to start recording. I think it would have been much easier if you just had to press this button once and right away the camera application launches. My next issue with this button is the ergonomics. As you can see, this is how I naturally hold my phone. So one finger here, and then these fingers pretty much support the phone. And look where my index finger naturally rests. Right here at the edge. Not right here where the button is, but right here. That means when I hold the phone and I want to start recording with this button, I have to do this. Reach out with my finger, which is very annoying in my opinion. So I reach out, start recording. If I want to stop, I reach out, stop recording. I think it's much easier to just do it with the thumb with this red button because it's right beneath my thumb. I don't need to reach out anywhere. I just press. Simple movement. Everything happens quickly rather than this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just as an example, let me show you how it works with the worst camera when it comes to ergonomics. This is an action camera, but as you can see, the shutter button is right here at the edge of the camera, and my index finger is right above it naturally. I don't have to stretch it out. I just hold the camera, press it to start record, and press it again to stop recording. I don't have to do this. I don't have to reach out. Now, I know why Apple designed it this way. They wanted to find a good compromise between horizontal and vertical shooting. But as you can see, if I hold my phone vertically, it's also not that comfortable to press this button because this is how I naturally hold my phone in vertical mode. And my thumb is right here in the middle. It's not where the button is. This feels unsafe to me, at least with this giant iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I have to go down, press the button, go up again to hold the phone comfortably. And if I want to stop recording, press it again, go back up. Basically, my point is this button is not really comfortable ergonomically, doesn't really work well for horizontal shooting or for vertical shooting. The final issue I have with this button is the confusing menu system. I mean, it's not really that confusing, but I think it has too many functions for just one button. So basically, if you half press this button, you want to access this menu in here, and you can double press it and then, swipe up or down to change the settings you want to adjust. For example, let's say you want to zoom in or out. You can press it and now you can swipe it up or down to zoom in or out, but it feels so tiny and small. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't feel comfortable. I think it's much better to zoom in like this or zoom out. It feels much more natural to me because I have a bigger space to work with versus here, everything's just so tiny and small. I mean, it does work pretty well, just doesn't feel natural. However, one tip I can give you with this button, if it feels a bit too easy to press, is to go to the settings, accessibility, then camera control, and here you can adjust how light or firm you should press this button to launch the menu. For example, if I'm gonna set it to lighter, I'll only have to press it lightly to launch this menu on the side. And if I'm gonna select firmer, I'll have to press it a bit more, firmly basically. All in all, I think this button is kind of gimmicky. It's not really comfortable ergonomically. It doesn't really launch the camera application quickly when the phone is turned off. And the menu system, the features, the adjustments are kind of confusing, at least to me. And it doesn't really make the phone feel like a camera, in my opinion, and I have a lot of cameras. So I don't think this is something that I'm going to use personally, but maybe Apple will, make it better with firmware updates, with, software updates. But as of now, this is definitely not something that I'm going to use.